Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Breeding to Win, following a successful CTS Cape Premier yearling sale which took place at the magnificent De Grendel Wine Estate last week Sunday. The spirits were high, with the sale topper reaching 2 million rand. Well, to tell us more, the Breeding to Win team put together this highlights package of what transpired at last week's sale.
Well, the day has finally arrived. Welcome to the Cape Premier yearling sale held here at Grendel Wine Estate, and what beautiful views. The people are milling in as the sale is about to commence, and we look forward to catching up with some of the top buyers throughout the afternoon. Amanda, it's very early in the sale, but Main Chance have certainly kicked off very well with some good prices.
Yes, we're very happy, Fee. It's obviously very difficult to know what the market's going to do with the first sale of the year, but we're more than happy. We've sold 5 lots so far. We've got some nice lots coming up later, so yeah, very happy.
We've just seen the top lot of the sale go through, and that's lot number 55, a colt by Vercingetorix, bought by Tony Riverland. Tony, I was chatting to you beforehand, and you came here to get a Vercingetorix, and you've got a lovely colt.
Yes, I have. I think I did well, Fee. You know, it's not easy to buy them, and he's the great sire. This was a very athletic horse, obviously an early foal, and I think he'll sprint and still get a good, should be able to get a good middle distance being out of a high chaparral mare. And I thought he was a good-legged Vercingetorix, a very athletic horse, and luckily I had Robert Bloomberg decide that he'll come back and buy a nice horse, and obviously with Mary Liley. And so I think I'm blessed to have them both, and I think I did well to get him.
Absolutely, a top purchase. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this horse. Very beautifully bred.
Yeah, he is beautifully bred horse, and lovely named and good nursery. I think I've put the odds in my favour. We know we can't tell what's inside there, and there's a lot of luck along the way. But if you start off with the right specimen and the right pedigree, it helps a little. That's all.
We've had our sales topper, lot 66, a colt by Twice Over, and Nick Johnson is the lucky owner. Nick, a big price of 2 million, but he's a lovely, lovely colt, isn't he?
Thanks, Fee. Yeah, he's a lovely colt. You know, with a Twice Over, you've always got a chance of a big race horse.
Yeah, he does look beautifully bred, and of course there's some great candidates there in the pedigree, the likes of Double Mint and some top horses. Yeah,
wonderful horses, and you know, I think people misunderstand him in a way because he hasn't been that popular as a sire twice over, but I've been really lucky with him. And I've been buying them since his first crop.
Brett, you headed up the sale with the start of the big prices with a lovely trippy colt out of a captain's emblem.
Yeah, Fee, beautiful individual. You know, we thought he moved very well. He's got a good pedigree. Obviously, a trippy, a champion sire. So he was a horse that was high up on our list. So we're very glad that we secured him.
It's so good to have new blood in the game. And Riek Nickling has just bought his first racehorse. Riek, you must be absolutely delighted.
I am delighted. It was so exciting for the last few weeks. We've been talking about it. My heart rate it felt like I was doing a swimming race. My hands were all sweaty, and we managed to buy it. So yeah, and it's a Valdevi Polo Consortium syndicate. So it's a really nice group of people that's doing it, and I'm delighted to be part of racing. And I mean, what an awesome lifestyle.
Nice to have new faces at the sales, and we've got Percy Montgomery here. Now, Percy, you're not buying a horse today, but you're certainly doing some good sales with your tequila.
It looks like it's going quite well. It's been a good week, but hopefully in the future I will be able to buy 1 or 2 horses. But the tequila's going really well. Thank you.
Just tell us about the name of the brand, the tequila, and what you've got on offer here this afternoon.
Al Centurion 102. That's the name of it, a Blanco and a Reposado, coming all the way from the Karoo, and it says local is lekker. So, and it's organic, and the people are loving it.
Vercingetorix is selling very, very well at the sale, and Andre Nel was lucky enough to pick up lot 102, a lovely colt from Normandy Stud. Andre really did look a picture.
He's a very smart horse. It looks really well presented by Normandy as well. from a family we admire, and it's got a lot of speed and really deep family. Vercingetorix is doing it on the track, so we were delighted with the purchase.
Greg Bortz has been doing lots of shopping this afternoon. You've bought 3 so far, lot 67, 87, and you've just bought lot 108, a Vercingetorix filly. The Vercingetorix seem to be very, very popular on the sale.
Yes, they certainly are, and Vercingetorix has shown his mettle, but for me it was family that I already own. I own Intrepid, so this is the half-sister to Intrepid.
Fantastic, and of course Aventir bred this filly, and we saw them earlier in the week, and really is a nice-looking filly.
Beautiful looking filly. We just spent some time there now, just before she came into the ring, so very happy to own the family.
Marsh, you bought a lovely filly this afternoon, lot 100 by Kuwari out of Nordic Breeze. She looked an absolute picture. She went for 900, but she's a smashing filly.
Yeah, a few of my pals thought she and top agent thought that she was the best in sale, filly on sale. So, I wasn't coming out to particularly buy too many horses, hopefully 1 or 2, and certainly not a filly, but it is. I've been racing since I was about 5 years old, and racing fanatic to tips of my toes to my non-existent hair. So what do? I just got so caught up, and we had a go.
Ashley, you always support this sale, and you've got 3 lovely looking individuals on today's sale. You've sold 1, you've got 2 lovely lots to come yet through the ring.
Yes, Fee, the first one went to 100,000, was probably a bit light, but the other 2 have been very popular, so expecting to go well with them. The Faraway is a big strapping colt and a very good advert for Faraway, and obviously the Heavenly Blue filly is a grey filly like himself, and she's also been very popular and a very good advert for Heavenly Blue.
Kevin, you've sold well this afternoon for Drakenstein, and you've just sold a lovely trippy colt for 1.1 million to John O'Snaith, your top one of the lot.
Yeah, very much so. He was always a special colt. He's always had the whole package. Being by Trippy, beautiful individual, and with a lovely pedigree with a bit of international flair to it as well. So very happy that it's gone to an outstanding stable, and they've done exceptionally well with Trippy recently. So overall couldn't be happier.
Shahan, you've been very busy for Fawn Bloodstock this afternoon, and the biggest lot you bought was lot 147, the Rafif colt for 1.7 million, but you've had a really good afternoon.
Yeah, we've been busy, thankfully. We always hope to be busy at sales, and we've been grateful for the support we've received from our clients.
The Rafif colt was a bit special though. He was a nice looking individual.
For us, he was one of the standouts of the sale. Rafif's doing really well. It's out of a Capnell mare, great female line, and he really was a good looking horse.
John Costa, Cloverflare Stud, you obviously had the largest draft at the sale, but you're doing really well so far. Well, you finished now, but you had the top lot of 2 million, you had a 1.7, you had $1 million, so you've done really, really well.
Yeah, Fee, it's been fantastic. It's been up and down, like any sale, swings and roundabouts. But I'd really like to commend my team back home. Rian and his guys have done an amazing job preparing these horses. I think the string, we got so many compliments from the string, which was great. And it was just good to see the wide array of buyers as well, Fair dues to everybody who's put the sale together. It's been great. And to everybody that's come to the sale, I think there were 360 people in this tent today. It just shows you, Fee, people in this industry want to be together. They want to get back to the old days where you interact with each other and share stories and pitch battles against each other, and this is why it's just the most amazing industry in the world.
Well, it's a wrap for the Cape Premier yearling sale. Jacques Charles has been taking down all the figures throughout the afternoon. Jacques, you've had a chance now to digest and have a look. It's been a good sale, hasn't it?
Yes, we had a quick look, and averages are up from last year. It looks approximately 10%, so we're very happy with that. More importantly, the clearance rate has been fantastic, so better clearance rate than last year, and it looks almost like it's single-digit percentage-wise that horses going back home, so that's fantastic news for the vendors. And I think, the spread of buyers was 2 pages almost, so everybody that was here that wanted a horse got a horse.
The thrilling performance of Kom Mediding in the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met is still fresh in our minds, and many connected to him are floating on cloud 9. No doubt one of them, former South African champion jockey Gavin Lerena, who partnered him to victory in last year's Vodacom Durban July and this year's Met. Well, it's my pleasure to welcome to the Breeding to Win show Gavin to tell us more about the special thoroughbred. Well, Gav, thank you so much for joining us on the Breeding to Win show. The first horse in a decade to win the Vodacom Durban July and the Met. Really special moment for you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jules. Fantastic to be on the show. And Komiti Ding, what a horse. You know, he's just so easy to work with in the mornings and easy to ride in a race. And, you know, to get this July Met double, it's really a dream come true. And like you say, it goes down in the history books. And I'm just so blessed to be associated with such a champ.
Take us back to the first moment you put a leg over him and tell us the feeling he gave you.
Yeah, Jules, so I was actually a week into my diet for the July and I was really battling. And I went, I think it was a Saturday morning, and I went and worked him at Summerfelt, and he just gave me this sparkle, this feel that you can't really explain to people, but it was all horse and just an amazing feel. And I must say, from that day onwards, my diet became easy because I knew this is the one that's going to get me the July. But he's, yeah, it's just been a fantastic journey with him.
Did you know from that very first moment he was a champion?
Yeah, first time I sat on him, he just had this aura about him, and the work itself was so genuine, and he moved so well. He's a fantastic mover. Yeah, and you can just feel the champ that's in him.
Well, he put up a superb gallop in the Vodacom Durban July, and then obviously coming through to win the July. I mean, a magnificent feat for a 3-year-old.
Yeah, 100%, Jules. Look, it's never easy from draw 18. And I mean, I told Michelle and Mr. Crawford when I walked into the ring for the July, I said, look, don't think I'm going to be anywhere else but 3 wide. He's a mentally very immature horse still. He doesn't need to be bumped around, and the race will work out for us from 3 wide, and thank God it did.
He's obviously progressed, he's matured since then, and you could see that in the Lomeron's Queen's Plate, even though he wasn't 100% right.
Yeah, Jules, that week and the gallop before the Queen's Plate, he was doing so well. I worked him 2 days before the race. He was in such a good space, and he was ready for the Queen's Plate. And unfortunately, he had a couple issues the morning of the Queen's Plate, and it was touch and go whether we were going to scratch him. So, you know, we were drawn, quite wide. We were drawn out. I think it was 8 out of 11 or something. So, you know, they said to me, "You make the call. If you're not happy, you pull Komiti Ding out." And you know, he's a soldier, this horse. And you know, we took the chance. I said, I'm just gonna drop him into the back and let him finish. And he gave me an amazing finish. And you know, just that run, obviously, what he did and what he had been through in the morning, it was out of this world.
Well, just take us through the race, and at what moment did you know that you actually had won it?
Yeah, you know, it's a short space between the Queen's Plate and the Met, and you know, we still gave him another gallop in between that. So, you know, all accolades to Michelle. She really got him cherry ripe on that day. I asked her after the gallop, I said, please, I think the pace is going to be very slow, and we need a horse that's going to light up under us. When I ask him, we need to go. And she did it superbly. It was really a great training feat, and he was just so well. Yeah. On the canter down, I knew they got to beat me, Jules.
And you rode a confident race, because it was almost like you moved up at one stage and you were like giving to them a little bit, Gav, if I can say that.
Yeah. You know what, obviously the pacemaker was never going to get me anywhere close to the 500, and the more I read the book, the more that pacemaker wasn't going to get me there. But he absolutely cruised up with me, and I was able to kid to him, Jules, and obviously 1 or 2 guys made their moves quite soon. I was able to suck them in and just waited for them. You know, linebacker got ahead past us, but you know, I had more, and my horse is a fighter, and he's fantastic. I can't explain him, Jules. He wants to win. It's amazing.
When did you know you won the race? At what stage of the race?
You know what? I had such a smooth trip the whole way. He breathed so beautifully for me. He changed legs whenever I wanted him to change legs. And, you know, when linebacker loomed up to me, I said, oh gosh, we've got a race in our hands. But, you know, as soon as I started to let him down, I knew I got them 300 out. they're going to have to run to beat him or to get past him.
Every jockey, trainer, owner, breeder in South Africa wants to win the Vodacom Durban July. Yet this last win in the Met was just so emotional and probably more of a highlight because your family were there.
100%, Jules. Look, I must say, when I crossed the line winning the July and losing all that weight, and I just knew everybody was watching. It was special. But to have my family there at the Met, and there's so many expectations. You know, my family, Michelle, Mr. Crawford, their family, Ashwin and Renee and their beautiful family. There was so much expectation and so much hype around him, and he's got so many followers. But just to have my family there, obviously it's not my hometown, and it was very, very special, Jules.
Well, Gav, once again, thank you so much for joining us on the Breeding to Win show, and we wish you all the very best in the season with Comedy Ding.
Thank you very much. Always great to be on your show.
Thank you. Comedy Ding has no doubt become the people's champion and has won the hearts of racing and non-racing people. We can't wait to see what lies ahead of him for the season. Well, that's a wrap for this week's edition of Breeding to Win. From myself, Julie Alexander, until next week, good night.